Hey friends, in today's video I want to talk to you about how in Master Lost sectors you can now get legendary world loot pool weapons. As you can see in the TWAB, yes, you do get them on legend at 70%, but at Master you get these world drop weapons like all of these. Today is day 3, so I am farming for the heliocentric. Legend 70%, Master 100%, but they did even one better. And I just skimmed through this the first time I read it, but when you pay attention, Master difficulty will also have the advantage of weapons dropping with an additional perk in either the third or fourth column, which could be helpful in chasing the perfect roll. So this has got me back in the sector. As you can see from my inventory right here, this hand in hand has 2 perks, this heliocentric has 2 perks, and so on and so forth. I think this one is pretty much a perfect role for PvE, maybe even PvP, so I can't wait to try this one out. I'll show you what I use for today. Once again, this is the loot pool. Here is the role that I'm going for. I may not get it, but that's okay. I'll just look for another lost sector in todayatdestiny.com to line up with the exotic armor that I want, along with the legendary weapons that I want. If I was going for last foray, I would probably delete everyone I got, but if I had one with both Discord and Lead from Gold and Frenzy, I might keep it just for PvE encounters. I'm pretty much deleting every hand-in-hand I own, but I might make one for a meme video in reference to how much Fallout and myself used to use it back in the day. Battlescar, pretty much a PvE role, shoot the loot with kinetic tremors, and I'll just take any 2 of this column. I don't really care about this one. So yeah, let's look at the build that I used, and then it will show you a full run, and it'll be post-commentated to tell you what I was thinking in the moment to sort of help you tackle these lost sectors a lot better. It's going to apply to any lost sector, not just Chamber of Starlight. So starting at the top, I'm using Unstop Hand Cannon with Lemon Arc, and Lemon Arc has Intrinsic Overload. You pay attention to what this lost sector has, you can read it right here. It has Overload and Unstop Champions. I cover both of those. Has Stasis Surge and Solar Surge. Unfortunately, Lemon Arc is not either of those, but my power weapon, Cataclysmic, which you get from the Vow of the Disciple raid, has Bait and Switch, which combined with the Solar Surge, hits like a truck. Of course, I'm using Major spec on it, so I hit even harder on these enemies, and maybe 4 or 5 tap them instead of having to re-stun them, just kill them outright. The exotic I'm using is Controverse Hold. I'm sure there's a better build, but this was just the first that came to mind. I tried Sunbracers and it was pretty good, but I ended up liking playing Void because of going invisible with the Echo of Obscurity Fragment. I'm also using Undermining so my grenades weaken, Persistence so my Invis lasts longer, Remnants so my grenade lasts longer. And I need all of these in order to kill a champion within 1 stun, assuming that I don't miss. I tried Cataclysm Nova Bomb, but it ended up getting in my way, even though it was easier to aim. So just aim Vortex better, is I guess my only tip here. Then I use Empowering Rift so that I can clear all of the ads, the necessary ads, a little bit better, so I can get back to focusing on a champion sooner. I don't really need healing when I have Devour going off 24/7. Chaos Accelerant for the Enhanced Grenade, Feed the Void for Devour, and I am not using the Devour pickup, nor health on my boots, nor recuperation. Instead, I'm going for double Void Surge, so I can potentially one-tap an ad, assuming I have Radiant and whatnot from this artifact. Although, in my opinion, you really don't need this until you get to Solo Operative. That's where you just get free damage for existing, so definitely go for that. Also, Overload Rocket will help a lot when dealing with champions, though I question how useful it's going to be in the future. Maybe with Dragon's Breath, since it does the damage over time, which should be helpful dealing with overloads. These are all of the mods that I'm using, and I'm going for a stat split that gives me as much discipline as possible, and I pretty much want to be throwing these grenades on cooldown if possible. So without further ado, also, make sure that your Ghost mod has what you want for the exotic armor. Today is exotic boots, and I'm just keeping any good pair of PvE boots that I get so I can just swap between all of them. Now the post commentary. Right off the rip, the first thing I check when I see equipment lock is I go to the other tab and make sure I have good music or anime playing or something like that. Now I want to charge my bow so I can pre-proc bait and switch while cooking my grenade. Now I get the stun, go to the linear, bait and switch is ready to go, and notice I have radiant. I plan to use that radiant to one-tap the goblin upstairs, the sniper rifle one, then put my rift down to get some grenade energy while I third-person peek to find the champion. If the champion comes out quick, I can have bait and switch ready to go if I tap an ad ahead of time, but in this case it was being a little slow for me, so I had to improvise and I didn't hit the cleanest shots. I tried to leave these ads so I can either cook them with a grenade or use them for invis. In this case, I went for invis and just sort of snaked my way up and past everything. You don't have to kill everything in every lost sector, and in this one in particular, you can actually skip the last 2 overload champions. Now I'm looking for invis to go to the safe spot. I just tap a thrall once with an uncharged bow and go on my way. Now one of these acolytes I'm going to tap with a full charge bow while holding finisher down. Even if I get damaged by other things, that's fine. If it truly becomes a problem, I put on the mod that gives me the overshield for finishers. Now I'm trying to cook with my grenade. If I had my rift, I would have thrown it immediately, and I'm trying to shoot anything that's not cooking on my grenade because the grenade will do it. I see that the champion is weakened, so I want to take it out now instead of clearing other stuff first to take advantage of that extra damage boost, effective damage boost. Not really any other enemies. The health bar finally caught up. I can catch an invis and use this in my transition. I like using my super on this knight, but before that, I need to make sure that these acolytes can't shoot me in the back. The Thrall I'm not worried about because they're mobile health units for me. I'm just going to throw the grenade down, Thrall go in it, I get Devour, and I can just tank anything. So I wait a little bit here, throw the grenade down, and my plan is to deal with this first overload champion up top. If I could have pre-procced bait and switch, I probably could have just deleted it, but I wasn't ready. I panicked a little bit. Now it's smooth. Just blink it away with the bow. I even thought I hit that shot there. I was already reloading, ready to go to the next. I think I have solar holster on my boots for this one. Yeah, I do. My hand cannon has shoot to loot in case I ever see some power bricks that are too dangerous to get. Maybe I could invis to them, but it's really just a matter of time. Finding the best strategy that is fast, but also brainless, but also consistent. The speedrun strategies for this lost sector are crazy, where you're doing like ignitions that instant kill the champion, instant kill the boss, and then you eager edge all the way to the chest type thing. I have done those runs before, but my consistency level with them kind of suffers, so I just look for a chill strat that I can enjoy YouTube content on the side, or maybe one day I'll get that Crunchyroll sponsorship. I definitely miss a couple shots getting too greedy right here, trying to take both champions out at once, taking advantage of one being weakened earlier, and I got punished, but I cleaned it up. There's really no point in damaging the wizard here. As soon as you delete both champions, the wizard goes away. So I guess that's one of the tips I have here, is pay attention to consistent patterns in your Nightfall and change your strategies slightly each time you notice something. This is just what I ended up with, but I'm sure if I ran this for a couple more hours, I'd come up with something a lot cleaner and faster. Overall, you can probably just search the Lost Sector, Season, and then your class, Legend or Master, and you will find a strategy on YouTube. I can't promise that I'll have one of these out for you every single day, especially at reset, unfortunately. It's just the timing of sometimes when I'm up or available to make a video. I'll try my best. This could be a nice little daily content series where perhaps I do different budget builds where it's like someone who doesn't have anything on the artifact and you need to use Lemon Arc, Ariana's Vow, Arbalist, etc. to work for your champion mods, and then how I would approach it. And then we contrast that with like the I own everything in the game type of build, but I don't want to put that much effort in. And then the third tier would be I own everything in the game and I want to go really fast. Maybe we could even get a speedrunner to do a post commentary and lend it to the channel. Talk to like Altera or somebody like that. Anyways, you can see in my inventory, there is indeed 2 perks on this shotgun. There it is. I hope today's video was helpful to y'all, and good luck on your drops. If you ever want to catch me on stream, I might be running a couple of these. And again, let me know in the comment section. Let me get a vibe check from y'all on like how much you want me to do daily Lost Sector content, or if I should just leave that to one of the PvE channels.